And then come the spring and summer, and probably even some of the fall, I'll start traveling further away from my local area and head out to other areas of Ontario and start recording some other trails not near me. I won't do that in the winter, because if I get all the way out there and I'm disappointed, then it's a wasted trip. At least in the summer you have longer hours, daylight's longer. If you get somewhere and you're disappointed, you can look on the map and see if there's something else close by and head that direction. That's the way I look at it anyway. I guess the one difference though between summer and winter is a lot of the summer birds have migrated away, so you don't get a lot of them on video like you can in the summer. Same as turtles. I didn't know until November this year that turtles migrate. I thought they were an all-season thing until I did some research on them and discovered, nope, they migrate too. Or hibernate, not migrate, but hibernate. Who knew? I didn't. Got a sign saying there's poison ivy to the left of me. I don't think I really have to worry about that right now, do I? I'm going to assume it's like every other plant. It's dead during the winter. But again, maybe I should research that, because again, I don't really know. I'm not a poison ivy expert, and I got signs not just to the left of me, but to the right of me. So this is an area of all poison ivy. Stay on designated trails to avoid contact. As I said, I don't think I really need to worry about it, but okay, thank you for the advice. Oh, I see a squirrel. I'll see if he's still in the area when I get up to him, but I definitely see one. Good sign. He's out there. He's out and about. He's alive. I'd say the hills have eyes, but there's no hills. So maybe the prairies have eyes. I just saw this on the tree trunk. These are the type of rocks that are all lined up on the path, but these two are in the tree trunk. Showing you. I think they're the cutest thing. I just think it's cool how people have taken the time to paint them and then bring them out here and place them in trees and on the ground and on the path for everybody else to see. I think it's nice for them to share it like that. And who knows? Maybe one of the children who painted them, if they are children, I could be totally wrong on that, but let's just say maybe one of the people who have painted those rocks will see them on my video and leave a comment down below saying, hey, I helped paint those rocks. That would be cool. So if you're watching this video and you happen to be from the Wilmot Township, Ontario, Canada area, near New Hamburg, and those rocks look familiar, definitely leave a comment down below. It would be greatly appreciated. We walked past the area where the squirrel was, so I'm assuming he disappeared. He was in here, and I'm not seeing him now. I'm not seeing any movement in there. So he was the lone squirrel? I guess I could call him. I was going to say lone wolf, but no, lone squirrel. There's one over there running, but again, I don't know if I'm going to get him or not. He's being still now, but yeah, I'm not going to really see him. He's in there, in the shadows. He's just minding his own business. I believe that little furry thing almost in the center of the screen is him, but I've been known to be wrong on that too. Of course, what's funny is he was running when he saw me, but the moment I put the camera on him, he froze in his tracks. It's like, if I don't move, he won't see me. Then he can't take my picture. It's like, okay, if you don't want me to take your picture, I won't take your picture. Hello.
Is that keeping you warm?
Yeah, not really, but
no.
In fact, it's getting cold.
It is.
Another squirrel, there he goes. He's running fast.
Hello.
How are you today?
All right, having fun yet?
Oh yes, definitely.
You got a good one?
A couple squirrels. Figured I'd get out before it gets too cold tonight. There was a couple squirrels in that area. I'm not sure how much of it I actually got. I was talking to the people walking past me. The streams, the smaller streams anyway, are all frozen over. Yes, there definitely is a lot more people out here than I expected on this cold, sunny afternoon. I did expect some people, I just didn't expect as many as there has been. Goes to show you, the cold don't scare people away. Up in the north, mind you, this isn't the coldest area of the north. I mean, this is just the southern part of Canada, and we don't live in igloos. Speaking of not living in igloos, that reminds me of a story. Years ago, late 90s, early 2000s, when the internet was still fairly new. Story was, sometimes when I would start talking to some American friends down south, down in Georgia, Florida, Texas area where it's always warm and hot, when I would start talking to them for the first time, this is way back, like I say, the early 90s or mid 90s, early 2000s, internet's still fairly new, and the questions would always make me laugh. They would say, so, do you really live in igloos up in Canada? I'd be like, what? No, not even close. It used to amaze me. Or another one, another good one back in those days was people, especially down in Florida, because Canada has what we call snowbirds, and I'm sure you all know what that means, where most of them will go down to Florida for the winter and come back up to Canada for the summer. I thought I heard something. In fact, my uncle was a snowbird. He would always go down to Florida during the winter months. But anyway, people would say when they'd find out I'm up in Canada, not far from Toronto, Ontario, people would say to me, so you live up in Canada, how far from Toronto do you live? I would say I'm about an hour east of Toronto. Toronto at the time had about 2.5 million people living in it. And people would say, well, hey, maybe you know, like John Barry who lives over in Toronto. Yeah, so I would like play around with them and say, yeah, I just bumped into him the other day. And they're like, oh, well, next time you see him, can you tell him we said hi? I'll do that. But with that being said, let me just tell you, I've done the same thing. When I would talk to somebody down from down under or Australia or whatever, and at the time I was a Paul Hogan fan, and when they would tell me they were from Australia down under, I would say, really? Do you happen to know Paul Hogan, or do you live in the area of Paul Hogan? And of course, after you type it out and hit enter, you just realize what you've done, because you know you've laughed at people for doing it to you, and now here you go, you just did it to them. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's pretty silly. Anyway, you get my drift. You get what I'm trying to say, I'm sure. Hello again. It's getting to the point where I'm about ready to leave and go get a warm one.
Meet again.
Yes, we do. It's kind of funny. I guess they all parked at a different parking lot than me because we all met on the crossover as I was going in, and now I'm going past them again as I'm going out. Yes, and yes, it is getting about that time. I know we've been here almost an hour now. I know it doesn't seem like it for you guys. You're getting the edited version. To you, it's probably 10 or 20 minutes. Maybe 30. I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes I turn around and check things because I keep thinking I'm hearing something. So I'm going to say it now, since my battery's going to die and I don't really feel like putting in a second one to finish this trek today. So it's almost been an hour. We've been here roughly an hour today. I hope you guys enjoyed the scenery as much as I did filming it for y'all. I hope you enjoyed the journey with me, and I hope to see you again soon on my next journey, wherever that may be. Until next time, bye for now.